Welcome to Run It Back Philly. DJ Eastwood doesn't need your motherfucking intro.
You know, I would like to see Paul Reed get some minutes here. I mean, like, it's not like you're getting much from DeAndre Jordan. You're getting 5 rebounds in 13 minutes. You're telling me Paul Reed can't get 5 rebounds in 13 minutes off the bench? I would bet money that that dude can get 5 rebounds in 13 minutes off the bench. He's athletic as hell. I know, like, when he was dominating the G League, I was downplaying it because I wasn't, like, crazy about Paul Reed because he doesn't have a whole lot of, like, basketball skill, and people thought he was a superstar because he was a G League MVP. He's just more athletic and can jump higher than everybody in the G League, so that's why, which is why he should be getting NBA minutes. That's what I'm getting at. Something I definitely don't want to forget to mention. Doc Rivers' third quarter lineups, okay? Now, I took the notes here so I get it completely accurate. Here you go, man. Right when the Cavs went on the run in the third quarter, they cut it to 1 off of our sloppiness, a turnover, missed layups, things like that. They took the lead, and the lineup on the floor for the Philadelphia 76ers was James Harden, Joel Embiid, okay, fair, Thibault, Green, and Niang, okay. I don't think I ever want to see Matisse Thybulle, Danny Green, and George Niang on the floor together. Like, when I talk about the fact that when teams double-team James Harden and force him to get rid of the ball, who can he give the ball to when his options are Matisse Thybulle, Danny Green, and George Niang, bro? Come on. I know Shake Milton hasn't been good, but you got to at least have Shake Milton out there with that lineup, right? I'll take Milton Williams or whatever the hell his name is that was playing for us for a couple of minutes out of the G League over that lineup. Like, I would put literally any ball handler I can find on the floor next to James Harden just because I know they're going to double him and force him to give the damn ball to Matisse Thybulle or Danny Green or George Niang. All 3 guys can't dribble. Danny Green did have a play where he pump faked, drove down the lane, and kicked it out to Tobias Harris for 3, and my brain almost exploded because Danny Green can't do that. That didn't just happen, but you can't bank on that. It's never going to happen again. And 99 times out of 100, he dribbles it off the side of his foot. Who's the guy I'm thinking of? Miles something. Ball handler that played for us for a couple games. Point guard. Either way, you need ball handlers on the floor, man. You have to. You have to. Anyway, check this out. Yeah, Miles Powell. Thank you, Bucket Getter. Miles Powell. The funny thing about that Thibault, Green, Niang lineup with James Harden and Joel Embiid is the Cavs went on a run. Doc's counter to the Cavs going on that run was to replace Joel Embiid with DeAndre Jordan. Bro, he takes that horrible lineup and makes it even worse. Now you end the third quarter with a lineup of Matisse Thybulle, Danny Green, George Niang, DeAndre Jordan, and James Harden. Now, what is the point of that? What can James Harden even do with that? Now, James Harden's a great vet, one of the best point guards to ever play the game. But he can't do anything when they're obviously gonna force a double team right when he crosses half court when his options are Thibault, Green, Niang, and DeAndre freaking Jordan, dude. Doc Rivers, I swear to God, those were the absolute worst lineups he could have put together at the absolute worst times, and that's what he does. That's what Doc Rivers does. He puts together the worst lineups at the absolute worst times. And guess who used to do that also? Brett Brown, guys. Brett Brown also used to do that. And it just blows my mind. How do you come up with a lineup of George Niang, Matisse Thybulle, Danny Green, DeAndre Jordan, and James Harden? How is that your third quarter lineup? That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. VR what's going on, man? VR in the call waiting room. What's up, man?
Yeah, what's going on? So I got a couple of things that I just don't agree with, like that a lot of fans are saying.
Let's hear it.
I just want to say with our bench, I do agree that we may not have the most talented bench, but our bench is not as terrible as people make it seem. I just think the problem is that we don't put our players in the right positions to succeed. Like if you have Danny Green, George Niang, and let's say Thibault, I think he had a lineup like that out there, and Thibault coming off our bench as our three bench players coming off. That is not like you. That's the spacing is good, but they're all big. They're all old and slow. So it's like it doesn't even out. I feel like we need to put the right players together, and that's why I'm really like. I really think the downfall of this team is going to be these two things. It's going to be either Doc Rivers or conditioning. And that's another thing I want to talk about is the fact that I do think that Harden and Embiid and the team in general are kind of being like lazy right now. And I'm on the fence because I'm kind of okay with it because it's like it's the regular season, the playoffs is about to come up. But at the same time, I feel like the only thing that a lot of these other teams have, like Milwaukee, Miami, and like the Nets have over us is they're way more conditioned. And that's why we don't give like second or third options, is because I feel like they're just faster. They can go for longer. They just play harder. Like they're just way more conditioned. And that's why I do want us to, as the playoffs kind of near us, to ramp up how we play and like really start to run a little bit longer and really start to put in the people who are going to be playing, let them play for a little bit longer. And obviously we don't want anybody getting injured, but kind of let them play for a little bit longer and at a faster pace, because that's the one thing I feel like that's going to really hurt us in the playoffs, is that we're going to get outran and just out hustled by every other team, because they all have better legs, and they're all like they just have more capacity, and I just feel like that's going to be one of the things that.
I mean, when you look at players like George Niang and Danny Green, do you really see their condition level improving to the point where they don't get beat in transition defense, or are they just big slow people?
I think it's a combination of kind of both, because I do think that they're obviously. I agree that they're old and slow, but they're NBA players. Like, come on, like you've been doing this your entire life. You can get another level. You can get to another level. You can get to another level where you can you don't at least get beat off of every single drive. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I need younger, more athletic guys. I just need Doc. And I agree with when you gave the three downfalls that are going to be on this team. To me, it's 100% going to be Doc Rivers, because I feel like I know for a fact other NBA coaches would be playing. Other NBA coaches are playing young athletic players. Doc's not doing it. Like Paul Reed and Charles Bassey would be on the floor right now with another coach.
And yeah, that's one of the things, and it really sucks, because I really want to like pretend that Doc is going to get better and prove that he's going to be different, like from his past. But honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. But I do think we need to have more creative lineups where we have a balance of shooting and athleticism, because I personally think that we do have good young talent. We just don't give them the opportunities, and we don't put them in the right positions to succeed. Like having Isaiah Joe come in for a minute every other 30 games is not going to help him. He can't even get a rhythm. Like, how are you expecting him to get a rhythm? Like, it literally makes no sense at all.
You're absolutely right about, when you look at the bench's numbers, George Niang, Danny Green, Shake Milton, they like that third quarter lineup where you had Matisse Thybulle, DeAndre Jordan, George Niang, Danny Green all on the floor together. That doesn't help either of them be productive, because there's nobody. Harden was out there, but Harden was like, what can I do with these guys? Like, yeah, it wasn't good. It's not. The lineups are terrible. I mean, I think we all agreed with that.
And one other thing, I just want to also give some more credit to Toby, because I'm not the biggest Toby fan. I honestly, like, when we first made the trade, I wasn't too big on him, but I feel like he has been improving over these past like weeks since Harden has came, and I really do like his mindset right now, because you know how he said in I think it was in like a press conference or something, where he's been training differently, and you can see like it's actually like relating or like coming into the games because he's been making a lot more pull-up jumpers and a lot more catch-and-shoot jumpers, and you can tell he's just way more confident. And I think as we get into the playoffs, he's going to be a way better. Like he's just going to be better in general. I hope and I do feel like that's going to be better.
Yeah, I agree. I've been shouting out Tobias Harris, a little bit. Last game he disappeared after the first quarter, but I do like his mindset because he's not. Certain people say he has an ego and he wants to have the ball and he wants to do this. I really just think Tobias Harris wants to play basketball, get his $33 million without getting booed. You know what I mean? So I agree. So he's like, if this is what I have to do, I have to become a catch and shoot player because Harden's going to have the ball and Joel and all these guys, and that's what I'm going to do. So I respect him, a lot for saying that he's getting in the gym and practicing that more, and it is showing on the court. So I hope he keeps it up, man.
Yeah, that's all I really had, but appreciate it.
All right, man. Thanks.
No problem.
Shout out to VR Heem in the Discord.